Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's review show is sponsored by ReviewFamily.com, Houses, and Churchill Photography. So tonight on the Josh Nolan Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube, we have with us Marak with us tonight. Welcome to the show, Marak.
Thank you.
So,
I
Mr. Marak
appreciate it.
Pipe, Mr. Marak Pipe, how did you get started in racing?
Well, I really got started. My dad, he bought a Dwarf car a little while, probably 2018 or 2019, something like that. And I just really got addicted, and we got this little mini mod thing at our local track, I-76 Speedway. And I ran that, and then I got into a Dwarf car about 2023. And then I started micro racing a little bit in 24, but then went full time in 25. And I'm going to do the same in here in 26.
Okay. How much you have first?
What was that?
How much success have you had as a race car driver?
Well, I would say probably the best moment would be when I made the Tulsa Shootout A Main, which is a race with 2,000 cars, and I was in the top 24, and I got 16th, I think. But my career total is 32 wins. Um, and this year I had 35 top fives and 54 features. So that was really good this year.
So, okay, when you got behind the wheel for the first time, were you really scared at all?
Um, Probably the most worrying part was like wrecking and my dad getting mad at me, but then I realized he doesn't get mad at me that much if I make a mistake. He's really good about that. So not really anymore, but I used to be at the start.
Okay. How do you celebrate your victories?
Well, usually it's IHOP because it's the only thing that's open that late at night. Usually I do that, or eat a Pop Tart for sure. I would say that's the go-to.
Okay. How did you come up with your racing number?
So it started, so I used to be really into dirt bikes and I wanted to go race dirt bikes. So I always liked Eli Tomac because he's from Colorado where I'm from. And so my dad's he had a little bit of a team in Dwarf cars. He had three cars, I think, and they all had zeros in front of them. So when I started in the mini mod, I was 03. And then my dad bought me my first Dwarf car. He had his old Dwarf, his new one, which was the '06. So I ran that for the first race while we got the '03 ready to go. And I ended up doing good in the '06. So I just stayed with that car. And then the '06 just stayed with whatever car I got into.
Okay. What do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
I have Riverside Truck and Auto Recyclers, Lee's Towing, my crew chief Nick and Hellwig Dynamics, M&M Chassis Dorf World. Um, and that's pretty much it. Those are the people who helped me out.
Are you still looking for sponsors?
What?
Are you still looking for sponsors?
I am for sure.
How
Anything
does one
helps.
how does one get a hold of you to sponsor you?
Just message me on Facebook, my personal account or my Marak Pipe Racing account. Just anyway, message my dad, my mom, anyway.
Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to sponsor know better, reach out to him on his Facebook account or his racing account. So who's your racing hero?
What was that?
Who's your racing hero?
So I feel like the normal like person to say for like what we do is Kyle Larson. But I would say probably my racing hero is my dad because he's who got me into it. I wouldn't be here without him.
All right. Okay. What is your home racetrack you race?
So my home racetrack, well, for the first 2 years was really I-76 Speedway in Fort Morgan, Colorado. But now that we've got micro racing, our really closest track is like 6 hours away, so it's Cam Raceway for the micro sprint. That's probably my home track now, but my home track of all time is definitely I-76 Speedway.
What is your most favorite racetrack you've ever raced on?
I've raced a lot of really fun tracks. Um, Probably any track that I win at or get close to winning. I feel like a lot of tracks are really fun nowadays, but if I really had to pick one, it would either I like Merced Speedway. I like Ocean Speedway in Watsonville, California, and I really like Port City and Cam Raceway. It's really hard
Okay.
to pick.
Is there any big race events you're looking forward to this year?
What was that?
Is there any big racing events you're looking forward to racing in this year?
So yeah, we have there's a big race at Port City. It's called the Triple Crown. That's gonna be exciting. But in a few weeks, we have the Kylie Johnson Memorial, like one of our close racing friends that passed away last year. There's a Tulsa Kings Dwarf Car National. That's gonna be really fun. But I'm really excited for all of our races, especially like the Tulsa Shootout again. Try to make some more A mains. Um, yeah, I'm pretty excited for every race we go to this year.
All right. Do you have a racing nickname?
Well, I got kind of famous and blew up on Flow Racing for saying that my crew chief said if I won, he'd let me eat Pop Tarts. And so that's kind of my name now. That's kind of my nickname.
Just Pop Charts, huh?
Yeah, I do like Pop Tarts. They're good.
Okay. Um, when you're okay, are you pretty good about reading the racetrack?
I would say it's a lot more my crew chief than me telling me where I can run. But I'm getting better, like slowly. It just comes with seat time and all that. I I try, but my crew chief Nick, he always knows where to go. I feel like.
So, what are your future goals as a race car driver?
Well, in the next few years, I'd like to get into sprint car racing and go full time with the World of Outlaws or High Limit. Ultimately, like NASCAR would be really fun, I feel like. But yeah, I want to drive a midget soon, sprint car, and just go full time racing for sure. I really wherever I end up, IndyCar, that'd be really fun.
Uh, when you're strapped in your race car, getting on the racetrack, what helps get you psyched and motivated to go out and do this?
I would say listening to music. Listening to music is really it really gets me hyped up, I feel like I have a
What
really
type of
big playlist and what was that?
what's your favorite type? What's your favorite type of music?
Well, I would say my playlist is mostly rap music, like my pre-race playlist. But I like everything pretty much.
Okay. Okay. So, what do you like to do for fun outside the racetrack?
So, which I have a game tomorrow, but I'm really into hockey, like ice hockey. I've been playing that for quite a while now. We have our playoffs this weekend. I like playing iRacing. That's really fun. And I really enjoy hanging out with my friends, especially during the winter because I don't have much time during the summer. But
Almost had
yeah,
a
like
third, fourth time frame
iRacing's my
full.
probably thing to do, I would say,
Some guy
or
tried
hockey.
getting in the car. He opened my
So,
door, and I'm like, what
okay.
the?
All right.
And then he
Okay.
opened the back door and was saying,
So,
no,
what do your
wrong.
friends think of you being a race car driver?
Yeah,
I would say that they probably don't think that it's to the extent that it really is. I think they probably think it's more go-kart
it
racing
scares
than
me more
actual
than
race cars. But um I think they know I race. I think they think it's go-karts. Um they don't know really what it is.
Okay. All right. So, have you met any professional race car drivers?
Yeah, for sure. I met Kyle Larson. I met Justin Grant at Sweet Springs. Met Larson at the I met him at Port City in the Tulsa Shootout. Um I've been lucky. He's got me to talk to a few. I can't think of all of them off the top of my head. Um, I know Justin Grant. I've talked to a few of my friends who are pretty high up there. I have a few friends that do it professionally, but
Who's all on your racing crew?
who's on my crew? Um,
Yes.
Nick Hellwig, he's my crew chief. My dad, who does everything pretty much with the money side, and he does a lot at the racetrack with our tires, and he's really cool. He's really cool. My mom, she always has the motorhome stocked full of food and all that, and she's really supportive with that. On the Dorf cars, it's Ryan and Sean, and I have a new ride this year out in California, Cameron Paul. He's gonna let me drive his B&B Micro in California.
Okay. Okay. Who's some of your friends at the racetrack?
So I have in the micros, it'd be like I think my best friend probably is like TJ Stark. Um, I have so many. Jude Allgaier's one. He used to race micros. Callan Hill's cool. Noah Spiker and Silas Spiker, they're brothers. Dwarf cars, I'd say Mason Mock and Landon Budnick and all them. Landon Falkenberg's really cool to me. I have quite a few, so I can't think of all of them, but
All right. What's the best piece of advice you've gotten as a race car driver?
well, if I had to think about it, I really haven't made it yet. I really haven't made it to the top yet. So I'm really just trying to think. I'm really trying to gain advice and knowledge at this point. I don't really have anything I could say.
Do you have any advice for a new race car driver?
I would say talk to as many people as you can, get to know people, make sure that you have a bunch of friends at the racetrack. Because just knowing people, having connections can get you so far.
All right. Do you have any crazy racing stories you'd like to share with us?
Crazy racing stories.
Yep.
Um, ooh, I definitely have some good ones. Um, like Marysville, there's a big party every year, Marysville Dwarf Car Nationals. That's always really fun. Shoot, this is a tough one. Um, well, some like a bad racing story is when I flipped twice in the same day at the Tulsa shootout. Um, so we were on Spotify and my dad was talking about something like old. And so me and my crew chief Nick, we went back and we found this one song. It was like called Butcher Pete. And we
Yeah.
found it. We're on the way to a racetrack and it's called Butcher Pete. And it's just this weird, crazy song from like the 50s or 40s. It's really crazy and it's really weird. But it's like we all laughed so hard because he was saying weird stuff and funny stuff. We all laughed pretty hard to that one.
All right. So at this portion of the racing show, Merrick, I like to turn the mic over to my guest. If you have a couple questions you'd like to ask me, you can ask me a couple questions.
Yeah. So why did you really start interviewing people? What really got you with that?
I've just been a racing fan for a long time.
What's your favorite form of racing?
All types.
I have to agree with that. I like watching all of it. Who's your favorite driver?
I have a lot of favorite drivers.
If you had to pick one, who would it be, you think?
On the IndyCar side, it would have been Dan Weldon.
Yeah, I saw that guy. I watched few
Yeah.
races that I saw him, but
Yeah.
rest in peace to him.
Yeah. Yep. You have any other questions for me?
Not really. No.
Okay. So, Merrick, I'd like to thank you for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career, getting to know you a little bit better. Good luck to you this racing season. I will have you step out and I will give you a call with the thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Merrick Pipe on our racing show tonight, talking to us about his racing career. Go follow him on his Facebook pages, and possibly if you want to sponsor him or get to know him, follow him on his Facebook pages. If you'd like to sponsor our racing show, feel free to call us or text us at 712